I think you need to divorce yourself from yourself. And I think what happens a lot of times, you're so married to your mindset that you don't even care if it's working or not. Because you can be around a Jamal, you can be around, individuals who are giants and never get anything because your mindset, whether it's pride, whether it's ego, I don't know what it is, does not allow you to go.
Oh, it's wild, bro. And I used to tell Maul, how is it you was with the police for 20 years, you got all of these friends, why wouldn't they have the same lifestyle you had? Because if you was my homie, I promise you're not getting two off without me getting one. I'm on your heel. But to your point, the mindset.
Secret to Success Podcast, baby.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success Podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on, y'all? What it do?
Ah, man, we got it. We got him back.
Hey.
He's back. Don't call it a comeback. We got the 9 to 5 millionaire in the building, Mr. Five Pillars himself.
Seven now. Seven now.
Let me tell you something.
Five.
Yeah.
Two reinforcements.
Two enforcement under the.
Yeah. Dr. King, how you feeling, man?
Oh, man, I feel great, bro. Just got through, loosening these hips up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Walk a couple miles.
You got your fruit.
I'm around my brothers, man. I spilled the seat, feel warm. It's been somebody sitting in the seat. I feel like the little bears.
Come on.
Somebody's been sleeping in my bed.
Yeah, Didi actually was sitting over there.
Right. Okay, well, that's what it is. I feel the anointing then.
for sure.
I feel the anointing in my seat.
That's
What you feel. Yeah, I feel the anointing. I thought CJ had his feet in here first.
No. It's a different heat.
Hey, hip hop preacher, how you feeling?
I feel good, man. I didn't get to talk about Chicago, but
Oh, you want to talk about it?
No. I'm just saying I feel good. The school district, we closed out with a bang. They had the police. Man, I can't think of the name. Not police chief, but she was like
The commander?
Yeah, commander. Yeah, she was there.
Yep.
She was there, and they had the news out. Man, they had a lot of people. Like Chris Crater was there.
Okay.
Of course, Vondell was there. There's a lot of people, man. It was good, and I think for me, Ma, I said it was a full circle because I let Doc know, Dr. Perry know. I let her know, like, it's good to have it at a school, but we're gonna have a lot of people, so we need to get a different facility, and so we end up getting Christ Universal Temple, and it was just crazy, man, because that's the church my grandma went to. That's where we went to church, and when my aunt died, when I was like a teenager, younger, I was probably like freshman year, college, maybe sophomore. That they have the tree of life, and my auntie's name is on the wall. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then my uncle passed. Now my uncle's on the wall. Now my grandma passed. My grandma, is on the wall out. So my auntie came. Of course, she'd been going to that church since she was with my grandma, young with my grandma. So just to be in that space, of course, Johnny Coleman. When you think about like Pastor Hannah now,
right?
Johnny Coleman was that back in the day, before it was like even popular.
Yeah.
She had a 2,000, almost 3,000 seat church before it was even popular.
Built that
bro.
from the ground up.
Yeah, bro.
They called her crazy, bro. On the south side, they called her crazy.
Yeah. So she was one of the most powerful women back in the day. So So just to be back there and to know that, like, the first time I spoke there was probably, I don't know, late 90s, but a guy named Winston Johnson, he was a principal at Rosa Parks. I spoke there, be faithful, y'all, over few. And so he saw me at his school and was like, yo, you got to come to the church. Mm-hmm. That was the first time, like, I really spoke in front of like 3,000 people at one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just good to be back in that building. I know my grandma would be proud. She'd been geeked that I was at her church doing my things. So like I said, my auntie had just got back in town, so she ran through just to say what's up, took some pics and left. And I was like, why did you even come? Like I told you. She's like, nah, I always support you. I got to be here for you. So it was just a phenomenal thing in the school year strong. Just the energy in the building. They had a lot of young artists there singing, had radio out there, whatever. So yeah, it was just it was a good feeling.
Nice.
So you did want to talk about it.
Well, I said no because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, stay here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know how sometimes you like, I don't know because you don't see. Like, do you want to go? No, because I want to go, but you don't want to go.
No, he was lining it up for about 20 minutes. He was over there sitting, I just grinning. I was like, he got something stupid.
I was just dying. I was like, yo, you want to talk about it? He's like, no. So my auntie and my grandma.
You know what I'm saying? But when he said, do you want to talk about it more? It's almost like, you don't really. I don't want you to talk about it.
He went down memory lane, dog.
When you ask a question, when you ask a question like that, do you want to talk about it?
Oh, for sure.
Like, I do. But it seems like you don't want me to.
Absolutely not. Hey, I try to give everybody their time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But it comes with a price, though, Bob.
Oh, it comes with a price.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I'm good. So anyway, I was just like, okay, let's go then. That concludes our Chicago segment of the podcast for all our listeners in London and
Network
Australia.
13 brought to you by Network 13.
Yeah. Hey, I did want to bring something to your attention. Just get y'all opinion. Did y'all see the lady who's suing the airline?
Yeah. No question.
Yeah.
For humiliating her.
Yeah.
For buying her window seat.
Yeah, and wanted
trying
to
to
sit in
humiliate her.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
I didn't hear
Okay,
that.
so she's suing for like $10 million because, and I just wanted to know.
thought that was a lot
y'all know we
personally,
fly a lot, so
yeah.
I've seen. I love it, like, and I want to know, like, for real, y'all got to figure out and help me figure out, like, what is the proper protocol. So, Maul, this apparently, lady had paid for a window seat.
Okay.
And it was a kid. I don't know how old the baby was, but kid old enough to have their own seat was at the window seat. And so the lady was like, excuse me, that's my seat. And the kid really wanted to sit by the window. And I guess she shut little mama down, whoever it was like, hey, little mama, like, nah, it's my seat. I paid for it. I'm sitting by the window.
Yeah.
So everybody around her started being like, that's a kid. Why you ain't let whatever? And somebody pulled out the phone and started recording her like, this lady won't let a kid sit by the window, like, and like humiliating her. She threw on her AirPods and looked like she was just like, whatever y'all saying, I'm tuned out, but it went viral. And now she's suing the airline.
So for context though, was it a place like Southwest that's just you could sit anywhere?
No. She
no.
paid
It was a
for
signed seat.
a window seat.
Oh, well, that's her seat.
Yeah.
So, and you know, of course, the comments was all over the place. But it's somebody who flies a lot, and I've seen a bunch of interesting, hookups. Now, let me tell you something, and y'all could weigh in. But I want to tell you what me and Candace seen the other day. Lady came through again. They make you start buying a seat when you 2. So she had a 2-year-old with her, bruh. She straight had my man move from an aisle because she had the middle and the aisle. And she had the middle. And my man had an aisle over here. My man gave up his aisle and went to a dead middle. 2 men. This is coming from Cali when we was leaving your crib.
Oh, wow.
My man gave up an aisle she had a random middle seat, like random. And she was like, asked me, I don't know why she pointed my man out. He must have looked like the easiest get. Bruh, she was like, would you mind? And my man was like, where? And she was like, in the middle right there. And my man went and sat in the middle like these for $4 and some change. And Candace was like, yo, I almost wanted to like give my man a couple dollars or something if I had some cash. Just like, bruh, just the God loves you. Because he went, but she had a 2-year-old. But you know, she probably bought that ticket last minute, whatever happened. But she in a bad spot because you can't leave no 2-year-old on the solo, obviously.
Yeah.
So somebody had to do it. My man bit the bullet and ride for 4 hours. Now I did see another one. I was leaving.
Let's talk about that one though.
I was leaving South Africa and somebody was like, nah. And my man just had to thug it out and was like, his daughter sat next to like a grown person. She might have been like 4 though.
Wow.
But yeah, I was just trying to see like what are the rules? Because sometimes people will do it just to sit by their girl, or you know, you want to sit with your wife, whatever. What do y'all? How you fly all the time? So
well, first of all, I'm giving up every time my seat. If I'm on a solo, I'm giving it up every time. Why? Because me and D be flying so much, we be needing people to switch with us all the time.
Though.
No, I'm saying when I am, I'm gonna give it up.
Okay.
Because it's like it's a small occasions, but me and D, bro, they be buying gigs at the last minute. Brandon might be like, "Hey, you had this, you had that," so I had to wait. Yep. And so I'm in 1B and D in 4A. So I give up my seat every time,
hoping that
just on some karma stuff. Yeah. Like, okay, God, I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna need to hook up. I'm gonna need to give it up because I've had one time where a dude didn't switch with me. One time he was sitting here and Didi was there, so we both had windows, and he wouldn't move, and he was like, he did exactly what C did.
He did what I did.
Yeah, he just did what you did with the. Do you want to talk about Chicago?
Oh, yeah.
He did that to Didi, and he was like, "You want to sit with your husband?" And Didi was like, "Whatever." He wasn't saying it because he was about to give up the seat. He was being facetious, like, "You want to sit with your husband?" And Didi was like, "Whatever." So why is he mauled? Literally.
Yeah.
He didn't give up the seat.
Right.
He's literally
conversation over, Doc?
Maul. He's literally trying to have a conversation with her throughout the flight.
Are you serious?
Like, he literally trying to talk to her.
Oh, that's worse than interlocking.
I'm glad I didn't know about that. No, it would have been I would have been over here, Paul. I would have felt violated. Yeah, Didi was like, "Shut up. Don't say nothing to me."
Next to him the whole flight?
The whole flight. It was a long flight, too.
Wow.
And I had to sit to with my little homie because he wouldn't
over
move.
there talking to you back there looking like what they talking about.
I already knew. D texted me and was like, "I'm about to go off." And I was like, "Don't go off. Just don't say nothing." Yeah. And so she put her hood on.
Make small talk.
Yeah, he was just trying to have normal conversation with her. And we was tripping because we like, most time people don't want to, but some new thing about aisle. And my dude sat in the aisle. He was like, "Look, I'm going to have to use the bathroom." And I was like, "All right, bet. I ain't tripping." Bro, he ain't go to the bathroom but once.
Yeah.
You know, so he
now
was
you're
like,
big on aisles. I have to sit in the aisle.
Yeah.
Just because of my legs. And
I can't.
Yeah, I have to. I can't, you know.
What's the difference?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because you could put one arm out.
No, but so, man, my hips, bro. Like
so you could just get up.
Both of my hips are messed up.
Yeah, so you get.
So I got to keep stretching. I got to keep walking.
Okay, and I got you. And I didn't.
But you get claustrophobic.
I get
on the inside.
claustrophobic too. I can't.
You get claustrophobic on the
my
inside.
man said he's using the restroom. I was like, bro, I get up.
I can't sit in a row with 3 people. And like if it's 3 or 4, you know, I got the 4 seats. I got to sit on the end. I can't sit in the window. Oh, bro, it's like the aisle is all the way down there. When you're in the window seat and there's 4 people, I can't do it. Dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I think so. What? So y'all say?
I'm giving it up every time.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's a middle seat. I don't care. Nah,
really.
I'm gonna be real.
When the last time you sat in the middle seat?
I'm just saying, Maul, is theory. In theory, Maul, I'm giving it up for the middle boy.
Oh,
yeah, in theory. But I have had to give it up before, and like go to the back, and I ain't have a problem with it because it was like, you know, an aisle or a window. But I'm not gonna lie.
So you don't have a preference?
No, I don't care. It don't matter to me. I only don't like having to get up a million times because the dude in the window got to pee. But other than that, I don't
ain't gonna
care.
lie. Sometimes on them early flights, that window is a lick because you can kind of lean it, like you can kind of get comfy.
I'm gonna make my way.
The only thing I don't like about I do prefer aisle, but the only thing I don't like about an aisle, especially if I'm trying to rest, is they gonna come through and bump you.
Oh, they gonna hit you
on
every time with that card or
shoulder.
something.
You know,
I'll take that. I'll take that any day. I just got to be able to get in and out.
I ain't had no preference. But Didi got one. Hers is window. So I be always sitting in the aisle. Like,
yeah, it do suck if you on the window too and somebody knocked out and you got to pee. You be like, dog, man, my man, like I hate to do you like this.
But I'm have to.
But yeah,
ain't no other option right now.
40. You know what I'm saying? Can't hold it like I used to.
Oh, bro, I can't hold it like I used to.
Nah.
Didi was like, something wrong with you? I'm like, yeah, age.
Yeah. I
that's
got
what's
to go.
wrong with me.
Yeah. Never turn down an open bathroom.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. All right. So Maul, catch us up, man. You know what I'm saying? The people was concerned about you because
of him.
No, not because of me.
Exactly. Who was concerned?
No, there was a lot of concern in the community.
He kept talking it up.
No, I didn't. Carl,
he did not. He did not.
I got so many.
He didn't.
I got so many phone calls from people. Camille, like, did you make a post that you had something going? I said, no. I said the only person I told was CJ.
That's it.
And Camille was like,
That's
You know what
it.
she said? She said, you know, you don't want to know something.
Hey, he made a reference to you on the last podcast. Maul will tell y'all when he gets back.
That's
but
all I
that's
said.
all he said.
No, I'm talking about at the speaker conference. He must have got on the microphone and was like, hey, y'all, don't tell nobody. But Jamal,
Hey, listen, I'm
called-
gonna tell
he
you
called
what.
the case.
Shout out to our Patreon audience.
Oh, facts.
Our Patreon family, they locked in with us.
Yeah.
And they are very intuitive. So they deduced by the fact that we just got back from Africa, no more. I promise you. They start saying it in the chat, and I did not confirm or deny.
I don't know why I think I heard the word equalize. a few times. Yeah, I don't know why I think I heard it, but maybe
Well,
that's
Carl said it.
I said it right for me.
okay.
I'm talking about at the conference, dog. I had people
Somebody
at the
said you
conference.
had
No.
at the conference.
No, that's here go the thing. In my Patreon fam, y'all can attest to this. I was on live.
Yeah.
Now, Maul faces all over the building.
Yes.
Everybody like, where's Maul? They know we just got back from Africa. I ain't say nothing. And then some people in Patreon start saying, Maul better not have E. coli again.
And what you say?
I just start laughing.
Hey, I'm getting gift baskets
I said
sent to the house,
pray
bro.
for him.
I'm talking about chicken noodle soup. Why you saying chicken noodle soup unless you know
Maul,
something going on with my stomach?
I know it at least once.
Maul.
Maul, I know I heard at least one time.
Listen.
Equalize.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. Hey, the 9 to 5 millionaire boy, I'll let him tell his own story, but my dog was down bad again. And listen, whatever little story Carl told y'all about his,
Nothing.
just a little, boo-boo bandit, as we like to call it around these parts. It was, Maul, go ahead. So,
Hey, man, first off, look, like I always say, you got to be consistent in something in
Yeah.
life. You got to be consistent.
Literally.
And now for the
and that
third,
you are.
choose.
for the third year straight.
Reigning champ.
Undefeated.
Still. Bruh, for the third year straight,
come on,
man.
talk it out. Yeah.
Bruh, E. coli, man.
So we get back, just say, we go to Ghana.
Yeah, we went to Ghana. Before Ghana, I was 100%. I was good. Matter of fact, this time we had like a plan. It was like, all right, see, my wife Camille, can't everybody like, Ma, no eating off the side of the road.
Yep.
No, you know what I'm saying? No drinking any kind of water, no ice.
Yep.
I'm talking about we was like, all right, cool. Hand sanitizer. We was like, look, we ain't getting nothing. Bruh.
Soon as we land.
Bruh, listen, dog. We was
So I'm talking about
So,
we didn't even get off the plane good.
Now, E, you could probably agree with this. You know, when you flying, you eating the good food, first class, everything. Bruh, Delta One is not like Emirates, right?
No.
Where the bathroom is not. Emirates got that huge bathroom where you can kind of get around and maneuver.
Yeah.
Delta One bathroom wasn't that big.
Yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable brushing my teeth in the Delta One bathroom. Toilet right there, right? It was kind of so.
Too many molecules flying around
Yeah,
in the
so
air.
you know, I take pride in
So
my
you
teeth.
do the safety.
I take pride in my teeth. So as soon as we land, they like, oh, the luggage gonna be a little minute, whatever. All right, cool. I'm about to go brush my teeth real quick. Bro, I was sleepy, right? I've been up all day. I didn't sleep really that much on the place, so my mind wasn't working right. I was just happy to be in the motherland. And I was like, yo, the first thing I'm gonna do is just kiss the ground. Like, yo, but after, I'm like, man, I'm just the motherland. I got my mother with me. You know, never
In
been
the motherland.
In the motherland. Never, this is our first time in Africa.
on.
This is my second time. Bro, I get there and I'm in the washroom and I got the little baggie with me. And I wasn't thinking, man, I was just so excited to be there with you. I got, the little bag they give you. It's
they
got,
give
the
from Delta
it's got
One.
the toothbrush
Little kit.
in it. It's got the little kit.
Yeah.
And I ain't thinking, man. I'm like, yo, and I'm talking to this one guy, and he's like, man, this your first time in Africa? I'm like, nah, I've been to Egypt, but yeah, this is my first time in Ghana. And then he brushing his teeth, and I said, oh, dang, they got the little toothbrush thing here. And then I get to put the toothbrush in the little
right in the
water
water.
faucet, and then I'm brushing my teeth, and me and my man talking, and we just like, yeah, we about to have a great time.
Didn't think nothing of it.
I'm gargling with the water, bro. I'm just, I'm thinking nothing of it, dog.
Looks like another
But look, he came out the bathroom, he looked at me and was like, I just brushed my teeth with that water. I said, no, you didn't. I'm talking about as soon as we,
I'm talking
because you
about
know,
we
if you
wasn't
go
even
out
10
the
minutes.
country and you're in a third world country, you gotta have bottled water. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. But here go the thing. I do sympathize with Maul because autopilot of just running your toothbrush under the sink and brushing your teeth. And Maul walked out, looked at me, I was like, you know, you could tell something wrong. He was looking kind of crazy, and I was like, what? He was like, bro, I just brushed my teeth with that water.
Man.
I said, oh.
At what point did it hit you?
Huh?
It
didn't hit me till probably about day 5.
Oh, you talking about in terms of sickness?
Yeah, so about day 5, we was somewhere. And I was in stomach, bloop, bloop, bloop. I felt low. And I said, I don't know. But it wasn't hurting me. It wasn't bad. Like, we was going places. It wasn't really bothering me. You know, you just had the natural. And I was like, okay, cool. Camille had, everybody had a little bit. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, bro, we get back home to Chicago. No, actually, we was in the airport. Oh, I got a picture. I'm going to send you the picture. We was at the airport. And, bro, I'm over here looking.
I saw you with
I'm looking for a toilet. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? It was like one of them things when you couldn't wait. And so I'm looking for a toilet. And then they were like, yeah, one guy was like, yeah, the washroom is right here. I get in there, it's one of them boys that's in the ground. It's one of them, it ain't a toilet you sit on. It's one of the ones you got to squat. And I told my man, I said, hey, I just had 2 hip replacements. I can't squat. I was like, I can't squat.
Bro, when I tell you, you
so
know
I
that,
got to run
you know that weekend meme where you be like,
so I'm looking,
I'm almost looking for a
I'm
bathroom.
running through the airport looking for a washer. I see CC over there just, you know, and I'm like, yo, I got to find a washer. So then they finally had a handicap washroom. And, you know, handicapped people can't squat down. So then I went to the handicap washroom, man. And then at that point, I said, oh, man. I was like, yo, something's different now. And I told Camille, then we got on the plane, bro. And then my stomach was messed up on the plane.
Bruh.
We got back to Chicago, and I was like, all right, maybe the end. Took a little medicine and stuff, and then it just came back.
Was
like
it that night, wasn't it?
Yeah, like came back like day 1, just, and I was like, yo, this ain't right. And then I was like, I'm gonna just give it another day. And then, like, bro, I went to the washroom about 15 times. And I said, yo, this ain't right. Then after that, I was dehydrated. My brain wasn't working right. I'm on the phone with C. You know, C called. When you sick, by the way, everybody got this type of friend. Bro, I don't know. And you don't know if you call me and check on me, I'm like, oh, E is sincere. If Carl called me and check on me, Carl is sincere. Yeah. CJ, I don't know, bro.
Your booty leaking again?
Bro, C calls you up.
For a podcast episode.
Bro, you don't know if he recording you.
Oh, no question.
Bro, I'm talking about, then he calls you so much.
Yeah.
Where he like, you know, one time he called me probably about like 10 times in let's say in a 2-hour time period. So of course, out of the 10 times in a 2-hour time period, you gonna catch me on the toilet.
No question.
Yeah.
And he was like, what you doing right now? I'm like, I'm on the toilet.
Dog. Hey, but listen, Maul was almost dead though. He not telling y'all the truth. We not talking about just you got just the runs and you chilling. I'm talking about my dog over there losing weight, ER. I mean, so
I went to the hospital, dog, and they were like, they knew me. They knew me.
What up, Maul?
They were like,
they had the
I'm
stuff
talking
ready.
about literally
There's
like,
no way.
like, I know you don't have E. coli again. Like they was on that, and they was like, what month is it? And they were like, oh, June 2022, June 2023, June 2000. Like every birthday, because it's like every birthday we go out the country, bruh. Colombia, Egypt, Africa, Ghana.
Colonoscopy.
Oh, colonoscopy, bro. I had E. coli from a colon, so I was like, yo, my stomach you know.
I don't remember not using the water though in Egypt.
Yeah, you could use it to shower and stuff, but you just can't drink
maybe
it.
Didi told me. Maybe Didi was like, don't do
so
it.
Candace's new thing is she put bags over all the handles to remind you. So you can't.
But I ain't even on that. It got me even in the shower, dog. Sometimes in the shower, you just in there, the water coming down, and it get the little E. coli. Just boom, right there on your mustache, on your lip, and now you got it. They told me so you know, and see know this. I went to a what was it called, man? A disease control specialist, right? Because they want to know like, why do I keep getting E. coli?
They sent more to the
disease specialist. Yeah, controlled disease specialist.
Yeah,
and she was like, you can get E. coli. She was like, it might have not came from the restroom, you know, from the brush your teeth. She said the waiter could have dirty hands and bring your glass to you. Then now you putting your lip on the glass. It's like you could touch the seat of a chair. She was like the silverware. They hand it to you, you pick it up. She was like, it could have came from anywhere. So she said you just have a real sensitive stomach.
Crazy.
So
yeah, no, it was touch and go there for a minute. I was like, and so anyway. We had the conference coming up, and Maul was gonna speak at Next Level Speakers Conference, and everybody, it was so bad, bro. I was there. Everybody was asking me like, yo, where Maul at? I ain't seen Maul yet. Shout out to all the fam in the building. The Patreon fans was in there. They was doing their thing, and I was like, dog, I didn't know what to say.
I
dog.
tried though. I ain't gonna lie. I tried. When I say I tried, bro, I sat there and I told C, I was like, man, I got my keynote together, bro. The keynote was gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Because it was literally linked to what we experienced in Ghana. It was that DNA. And I still got it, so we're gonna do it somewhere. But that DNA, I was gonna come with it. And then I just was like, I was on the phone with C, and I couldn't remember like small things. I couldn't remember names of people, bro. I couldn't remember. I was like, yo, my brain is not right. And C was like, he asking me questions. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I was stuttering. And he laughing probably, stuff like that. But
I wasn't listen. I listen. As somebody, I don't really be under the weather a lot or have a whole lot going on, bro. I get it. It's terrible. It was just like, why does this keep happening to him? Because everybody else, we all went and ate in the exact same
Will got
things.
sick too.
Huh?
Will got sick pretty bad.
Yeah, but everybody was functioning. Like his stomach, he was just boo-booing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, like people had like a little, oh, okay. Maul was like, I can't move.
Out of commission.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, my doctor did tell me too that my muscle mass a lot of times, no joke. Sometimes, you just literally got muscle. You don't have much fat.
All right. Let it go.
You don't have much fat.
I ain't mad at you, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
No
it's easy
question.
for me to dehydrate.
No question.
It's easier.
Shouldn't it be easier for you to fight it off?
No, it's easier for me to dehydrate, bro.
Huh?
It's easier for me to dehydrate. Like I was dehydrated. Yeah, bro. I had to get an IV, bro. That's why the Bodie people never get sick, dog.
They don't ever get
Bodie
sick.
tribe never get sick.
I don't never get sick. I tell you, I don't never get sick. I ain't went to none of them places and came back with the bubble guts. Yeah, so I might be. It's the fat.
So now
It's the
me and C,
stomach
we got
fat.
a thing now.
Yeah.
We leaving alone the third world countries for a minute, dog.
Yeah.
We about to just get back to luxury. So I
Yeah.
never got sick at any other place, dog. It's just
And Ghana, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just,
beautiful.
I think it's just something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it is. It's different everywhere you go. They have different diseases, different bugs, different whatever, and your body isn't. Your immune system isn't. Accustomed to it, hadn't fought that stuff off. Because some people, if they come here, they could
that's
get
what they
sick.
said.
Messed
That's
up.
exactly what
They,
they
they
said.
told us
Yeah.
don't even eat the fresh fruit. Because
Yeah.
you probably just wash an apple off the same
Yeah.
water
They
or
said
something
don't
like
eat
that.
salad. I was
Don't
like,
eat
bro, I was
salad.
hurting. I wanted
Yeah.
a salad so bad. They were
Yeah.
like, don't eat the salad. I said,
Praise
man,
God,
gotta
I
be
don't have that
cooked
problem.
hot.
I ain't never craved no salad. So that's a blessing.
bro, good salmon salad.
No, that's good. I just never craved salad, but that's a blessing.
He said
Yeah.
the bread good to go.
That's it.
We're good to
Right.
go.
I'm fair.
Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boy E.T. Let me tell you, when I say overjoyed, when I say ecstatic, this is probably one of the greatest announcements that I will ever make. The You Matter Youth Summer School Program. This summer, for free, your boy E.T. is finally going to release an online version. Just being real, the summer's supposed to be a breakthrough. The summer's supposed to be a time when you studying on your own. For a lot of us, summer school it's a breakdown. It's not a breakthrough. And so this summer, I want to help your babies get a breakthrough, not a breakdown. So here's what I'm going to do this summer. I'm going to say it one more time. Absolutely free, right? We're going to make sure academically your babies are in front of the top world-class educators, right? I'm bringing some of my NFL friends, some of my NBA friends, some of my MLB friends, right? Some of my entrepreneurs that's killing the game, right? To really teach them and walk them through some stuff. We got some of the best counselors that's going to really walk them through the identity crisis, boy. Listen to them. We're going to talk about career readiness. Look, we doing it all. All they need is their phone. That's it. All they need their phone and some accountability. You're supposed to wake up and you're supposed to be at your phone at this time. You're supposed to wake up and do this assignments. And so listen to me. If you out there, if you're a coach, if you're a mentor, if you're a teacher, if you're a parent, if you're a counselor, if you're a principal, it's going down. It's your boy E.T. Listen to me very closely. It's now or never. Now you know. Let's go.
But anyway, it's good to have you back, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Yeah, we
Nah,
try
it's
to.
good, bro.
Yeah, we try to like with Candace and Dee Dee try to, throw it off a little bit so people wouldn't like be like, oh, Maul ain't here. We try to make it where it's like, because Dee Dee ain't never really been on, so it's like a shocker. So it's like you ain't even really gonna pay attention to what's going on because you just like, is that Dee Dee? And she spoke.
But can I say this, man? All my tribe, all my people, man, that be throwing messages at me, man, and just like, yo, Ma, where you at? I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. You know, CJ, he you know, he's CJ. But y'all, I know y'all really, when y'all was checking on me, y'all was really checking on me and not really just getting more podcast content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got to have the content. You ain't gonna be here. E, all right, let's get into it. You sent me a message, and I said, okay, I'll just alley-oop you. But the message said, you so worried about getting paid, you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing to be getting paid.
Yeah.
I got it, but I want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where it came from, so I'm gonna let you start us off, and we'll jump in. Go for it.
It's actually coming from a healthy place. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not. And it's coming from a place of, man, how do I say it? As the pastor.
I hate that it comes from a healthy place, because
Okay,
usually
what I mean by that
you got
is-
more passion when it comes from a unhealthy place.
What I mean by that is it's coming from good people who don't understand the cheat code. You feel me? So that's what I mean was coming from a good place, meaning, and here, okay, so here's the thing. It's so weird. People will pay for college, but people won't pay you to get your knowledge.
People
Any
will pay
rhyming.
for-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You see what I'm saying? So somebody might go, they won't even think about if certain institutions or certain organizations ask them for 50 grand. It's like, I'll take out a loan for it.
Yep.
I'll do whatever I got to do. Right. But then when it comes to really getting the real information you're going to need to take you to that next level, you have people who are like, I got to pay you. And it's like, yeah. I never forget Brandon. Somebody asked Brandon, you know, it's like, you know how people are like, I ain't going to say everybody messy, but sometimes people be asking questions not because they have a good, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like good intent.
Good intentions. Yeah.
So somebody was asking Brandon, like, how much he pay you? How much whatever? And this was young. This is when Brandon first started getting paid. Brandon was like, yo, do you understand the people that I'm around? Like, I could name all these people, and like you got to think about who he is, and you got to think about what I'm doing. So when you talking about the Jesse Ishners, like Brandon, like, yo, I'm talking to billionaires, and I'm just talking to him randomly without E. Like, I just call Ishner up, like, hey, what's up? How you doing? What you need? Brandon just like, yo, I'm just making phone calls, right? I'm talking about the top of the top. Brandon was like, yo, the reality is I should be paying Eric. He's like, yo, I should be paying him to work for him.
Yep.
Because the information that I'm getting, the doors that I'm
Exposure.
opening.
There we
My
go.
man, like, yo,
They
I'm
pay
with
for
John
that.
Maxwell. Him and Jalen was with John Maxwell. And for Jalen, a whole book came out of the John Maxwell relationship. I just got a gig, bruh, for a school district, and they like, we got $1,000. I was like, okay. I mean, we need 1,000 books. I was like, all right, bet. We'll pay you this, but we need 1,000. I was like, all right, the book costs $20. They was like, bet. Where did we sign? So I'm like, Boog, you didn't put yourself in a position when I go to a school, I'd rather use your book because your book is really about education. Not saying UOU is not a book of education. Like, it don't have nothing to do with academia. Now, could you take something from it? I'm 100% sure you could because it's a book. But this book is literally designed to help juniors, seniors, and freshmen, you know, in college, right? And so that came out of that. So what would you pay? And this is about the third bulk order that Jalen's had. What would you pay somebody that could put you in a position to not just write a book, but be able to sell a book? Like, that's a total different whatever. And so for me, I'm like, I gotta help people understand this concept because you're trying to get paid for something you should be paying. That's number one. I ain't even got to your part. See, like what I sent to you, this don't have nothing to do with that. But I want to address this first. And the reason why I'm saying it is because it is a mindset. So in church, I've been talking about perfection. And you know how people are, bro. You love it. You preach. More everybody want to be like, oh, is there such thing? Can you be perfect? And I was like, no. Don't get it twisted. We're not talking about being perfect, like in terms of your behavior. We're talking about in terms of your mindset. So if you are human and you think you can't be perfect, you're going to really be screwed up. If you are human and you realize I need to try to be perfect, you're not going to make it, more. But it's like a dude coming into the league. Like, I don't know if y'all believe this or not, but I always said with the Lions, the fact that whoever thought it was cool 4 or 5 years ago to hang a banner that said we made it to the playoffs, that like
Them days is over, baby.
Bruh, that was a mindset, Ma. This is why we can't win.
Yeah.
We almost won a playoff
We
game.
almost won a playoff game. Like you hanging that.
Bruh.
But then when you look at the Boston Celtics, they only hang championship banners.
Yeah.
So they don't even hang Eastern Conference banners. Like, and so
participation
what I'm trying,
trophies.
Bruh, they like, bruh, we didn't make it. That's the goal. So what I'm saying is when the persons come to me and you trying to get money to go to college and you willing to pay them 50 grand, that's a mindset. And you probably going to end up going to school and never really making $50,000. You feel me? Like you probably ain't gonna make $50,000 a year. You gonna get them 50, or you gonna get them 100 over the course of 4 years, and you ain't gonna make 100.
You gonna get more than 100?
Well, yeah,
most of the time.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, so it's a mindset, Ma. You gonna pay 100 for a school that ain't gonna give you nut. You probably ain't gonna make 6 figures in a year. You feel what I'm saying? Versus, I'm coming to somebody who's already established, and I'm telling you, you got to pay me.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. What am I paying you for? Like, not that I don't want to pay you, but what am I paying you for? Like, people come here all the time. E, you got work? Yeah, I got work, but you don't mean it like that. Yeah. You mean, do I have a check for you? Like, you mean, can I pay your mortgage? Can I pay your car note? That's what you mean. You don't mean you have a mindset that, hey, whatever department that I'm in for you, I'm going to blow it out the framework. And what I'm going to bring to you, if I wasn't here, you couldn't even do this in the first place, right? So for the first part of that question, see, it's a mindset for me. And that mindset is don't come looking to receive because you're going to limit the amount of money you can make. You come thinking about how can I make you $8 million that I couldn't do on my own? And then how can I get some of the money from the $8 million? You understand what I'm saying? And so I don't want to say a name, but I just recently had somebody that, went to college, paid all the money, but then they had another opportunity and it was like, yo, I'm willing to do it, but how much are they going to pay me to do it? And it was like, hold up. Are you even qualified? Like, first of all, what are you going for? If you're going to make money, why are you going? Like, what's the purpose of you sitting under Jamal to make money? For me, it's let me sit under Jamal, and if I sit under Jamal and lose my mindset, see, that's what people don't get, Ma. They think when I got with you it was about real estate. It wasn't real estate. I was with you and never did real estate because I was around you, but I didn't get the mindset of Maul because it ain't the money of Maul. It ain't the material of Maul. It's the mindset of Maul. So I was around you, but I was still Eric because I didn't see how what you was talking about. I didn't see how it was going to bless me. I saw it more as okay, that's a lot. What he talking about doing, like, bruh, that's like a whole nother job. That's like a whole nother commitment. I'm speaking for them. I don't have time to do that. And I can't commit to something that deep. Like, I'm looking at you, Maul. Like, I'm looking at the money you make. I'm looking at the moves you're making. I'm looking at the program you got. I'm like, bruh, that's a lot. But God was like, no. You don't need what Maul has to offer if you can't first get Maul's mindset. So the mindset of, can I get paid? That's the mindset that's not going to get you paid. That's just the mindset that's not going to get you paid because you're starting with, what can I make? What the mindset you need to have is, how can I get them? And the Bible said it, let this mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. You feel me? So that's why I tell people, if I go to the, if I go to a restaurant and I tip, I'm not tipping more from what I was taught. I'm not tipping from the mindset that the Midwest gave me. I'm not tipping from how my parents tipped or how my uncle tipped. I can't say that because I'm going to get in trouble. Let's just say I had a family member who, when my dad would do a tip, they would let my dad leave and they would come up and grab the tip. What? That's a mindset.
No, that's a hustle. You know what I'm saying?
That's a mindset of a hustler. Wow. Does that make sense? Yeah. But somewhere in your mind.
Now listen, we can't just run past that.
Okay, I have to because I don't want to get in trouble.
That's one of the Uncle Earl is wild.
Yeah, it's a wild boy.
What's his name? Uncle Milton?
I don't know.
That's how Uncle Milton do.
I don't know.
Wow. Wait. He'll wait for everybody to leave and go snatch the money back off the table
Yeah, and I ain't tripping. It's a mindset. Like, that's a mindset. I know somebody more that used to steal.
That's got to be crack.
Yeah, no.
Ain't
They
nothing else
weren't on
making
that. No. I know somebody more who stole tithe money.
Bro, that's the worst.
It's a mindset.
I'm talking about.
That's the
Help
worst.
the one seat to hell.
Bro,
I'm
that's
talking about.
worst.
No, I'm just
You
saying,
right
no.
first class.
Okay, you say what, but it's a mindset. And for all of us, it's if we're not where we want to be,
Doggone.
it's a mindset.
Yeah.
If we're where we want to be,
Somebody
it's a
really
mindset.
throw the tie.
It's a mindset, Mom.
Bro, they need
it's
to
a mindset.
inject all the E. coli in every third world country in them.
Wow.
I'm just saying, it's a mindset. So I'm not.
Where they
like I
at
said
now?
before,
I need to know.
yeah, like I said before, Maul, it's a mindset. So what I'm trying to tell people is, don't get caught up on what CJ, the question that he has. Get caught up on the mindset. What makes you enter into a opportunity, and the first thing you're doing is seeking something out of the opportunity? Like, what makes you go there versus going to what's the opportunity and what can I do
What
to set
value
myself
add
up
can I
for
have?
it?
Right.
Yeah. How can I set my? So when you said real estate, but then when you help me more as an educator, you able to go into my mindset and say, okay, E, you're already doing it. So I'm gonna tell you what you helped me do, Ma. Once you did that, Ma, I was like, yo, you already doing insurance.
Yeah.
You're on the wrong side of insurance. You got to get on the right side of insurance.
Yeah.
And not just the part where Dee and the kids are going to benefit if I die. No, you got to get on the side of the insurance. Since you paying, you got to get insurance to pay you.
Yep.
I'm already on the side of going to the shelf, Mall, and grabbing stuff off the shelf.
Yeah.
So it's like, E, if you're grabbing stuff off the shelf, why don't you have something on the shelf?
Right. You are real estate.
You feel me?
You are
I am real estate. And
You
that's
are
what you
real
taught
estate.
me.
Yeah, exactly. You
No,
are
that's
real
what
estate.
you taught me. You taught me my voice is real estate.
Yep.
My mindset, the way I see things
Your
is
name.
my name is like you taught me. That's like real estate is not a building.
Yeah.
It's everything you take advantage of for your advantage.
Yep.
You feel me? And so when you go, how much money can I, like what? You understand that if you sit under Ma's feet, do you understand that you're willing to, and again, I just want to say it so that people can catch it. You're willing to send your kids to Catholic school or private school. You're willing to spend that, bro. I'm just saying, when I grew up, my parents weren't necessarily filthy rich, but they was willing to pay somewhere in this culture. You've been taught to pay for school. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not on that, but I'm saying they were willing to pay for me to go to school, and then we were willing to pay to go to college. But then when you have a person that can really blow you up the way they say school can blow you up, then you not willing to pay. Now you like, you owe me. Like, what?
Yeah.
Why do I owe you, and I'm about to blow you up, and I'm about to take you to another level, and I'm about to change the trajectory of your life forever? So my first one, before I went there, was like, yo, y'all got to be careful, because you can be around a Jamal, you can be around, individuals who are giants and never get anything, because your mindset, whether it's pride, whether it's ego, I don't know what it is, but your mindset does not allow you to go, yo, this mindset ain't helping.
Yeah.
Like, this mindset ain't elevating.
Yeah.
Like, this mindset ain't taking me to where I want to go.
Oh, it's wild, bro. And I said it, on the pod where, Didi and Candace was on, but like, the one thing I like, listen, I am a average intelligence guy, but if I see something that's working and it's duplicatable and repeatable, oh, remember I listen. When we found out Maul's whole story, okay, I used to tell Maul, I don't know nothing about real estate. You saying wholesale, ARV, I don't know none of that. Not knowing is not an excuse for never finding out.
Right.
And so I went, as soon as he taught it to us, all of us had real estate within how long before? Less than a year.
I was going to say a year, maybe.
Less than a year.
Yeah.
Okay, less than a year. And so I was like, yo, how is it you was with the police for 20 years, you got all of these friends, and not one of them, I ain't gonna say, some of them had real estate, but like, probably learn from all, but like, why wouldn't they have the same lifestyle you had? Because if you was my homie, and it don't, now I get it. At first you might be like, oh, that dude doing this real estate stuff. He got one property, and then boom, he sold it, made 100 bands. I'm like, oh, whoa. And they did it I promise you're not getting 2 off without me getting 1.
Absolutely.
And then you're not getting 3 without me getting 2 or 4 without me getting 3. I'm on your heels.
Yeah, I'm on your heels.
Because it's a system and it's shown. But to your point, the mindset. And so so it's funny because remember I just told you I was working on when I was in the gym the other day at your crib, and I said, "Oh, I'm working on this whole new keynote." Oh yeah. And I said, it's funny because I didn't even tell E about it, but I'm working on a whole new keynote, and I'm not gonna say what it's about. Well, I will. So it's just about like what you just said. It's about my superpower has been learning from other superheroes and implementing their superpower. So again, from E, bruh, I've seen the consistency since day one. I was like, oh wow, he get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, he talk to God. It don't mean I have to have his exact system, but it means one of E's superhero qualities is his consistency. Yeah. So we've been doing this podcast every week for 9.5 years.
Wow.
Avery's 9. She just turned 9.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bruh, 9.5 years every single week. I'm saying, bro, this has run longer than TGIM now.
Wow.
We've been doing the podcast longer than TGIM ran.
We almost 500 episodes.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying that takes a level of consistency. But I learned from E, if you're consistent, this will happen. There's business principles that I learned from Josh. I'm not people be like, oh, C sent you the business guy. I'm like, you are sadly fooled. That's not me, but you might mistake me for that because Josh taught me a whole bunch of business principles. And I applied them. Maul, real estate. Carl, you done taught us so much about just media and how to lock in with our brands and the entire Deeper Than the Brand studio. So for us, I'm able to look around and go, okay, what's Carl? Okay, Carl knows how to do all of this. Boom. I'm implementing the stuff Carl gave me. And I got Carl at my disposal. He got me at his disposal. So I can call Carl and be like, all right, cool, let's put this course together. Let's put this together. Boom. And Carl gonna have it done. And Carl could call me and go, oh, we had a negotiation about money. That's where Carl
Please help me out.
So not only am I learning the superpower for myself and applying, I'm also using the individual superpower for what I called you the other day. I said, you don't got to say his name, but I said he has some health challenges and he's struggling. My man hit me up. What did I do?
Yeah, get in touch with ET.
Get in touch with E. I'm like, bro, E, you going through something spiritual? Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
And so it's like to your point though, E, you want to come around and just be like, but I also, and hopefully, I don't want to speak for myself, I've also enriched everybody. Maul said it. He didn't know nothing about speaking when he came around us. We didn't know nothing about real estate. He's now spoken in front of 20,000 and we all got properties. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
But when you don't have that mindset, again, I'm watching, you talking about, police that you was with, and I'm like, yo, how was they around you every day watching your lifestyle grow, watching your kids go to, I don't know how many police were sending their kids to that type of school. That's,
That's their whole salary.
That's the whole salary.
That's their whole salary, bro.
Yeah.
That's what their school costs.
But you have access to it. And so when you come in with a different mindset of like, how can I make money? What can I get? What can I? Now that it's like you can't even see the formula in that situation.
But I'm saying, I just want to say for those of you who are listening, you're not where you want to be. Because the people where they want to be, they're going to continue to get more information. It's like the rich get richer. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I used to always like, God, that don't even make sense. But I get it now. It's like once I learn from Maul, then Maul opens up these doors forever. But I do want to say, the first step I personally believe you need to do is I think you need to divorce yourself from yourself, right?
Get a divorce.
You need to divorce yourself from yourself. And I think what happens a lot of times, you're so married to your mindset that you don't even care if it's working or not. Like you don't care. It's like, and again, I just want to take my time on this one, Maul, because I see it happen all the time, right? And here's what I just try to tell people. It's like, bruh, just be aware enough where you could be honest with yourself. You don't even have to change. You don't have to change. When people look at me and go like, hey, bruh, you such a giver. Like, I realize, Maul, with the same measure you give, it should be given unto you. But here's the trick for me. The trick was I realized when I blessed my own, how they felt. So I was like, oh, okay. The Bible says first to the house of Israel, then to the othermost parts of the world. So what it's saying in that scripture is, whatever you do at the crib that's working, then you do it outside the crib. Because whatever you do in the home that's got everybody loving on each other, that's only going to get you a reward for in the house. That's it. So whatever I do for CJ, that's just going to bless this community. But when I start going outside of this community, I'm just going to say, we was talking about AB3 the other day. So I know my role. My role is when AB3 brings me to Weber State, right? That's a place, right?
Yeah, but that's not where he was.
That's where he was.
Kansas State.
No. He was at Weber first. That's where he brought me to, Weber first. Yep. That's the first place I ever went with.
Bruce Weber was the coach.
Okay, but what was the name of the school?
Kansas State.
Well, that's what it was? Kansas?
I got you, bro. No, it's Kansas State.
Okay, because I've been to Kansas State, but I guess I went with.
Yeah, it was before. Because your boy took over. Tang took over later on,
right.
But yeah.
So when I first went, Maul, I knew what my role was.
Yeah.
The same way I act with the crew that allowed me to get what I got to do that too. Why? Because after Kansas State, then it was Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But not for just me. Now, Train was like, he went over to the crib, when he was in Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
He been to, I'm sure he been to your spot. They
came too.
Yeah, AB3 came at Mall spot, right? Y'all been to his spot. Like, bruh, it's like, it's a system. It's the word. First in the house of Israel, then to the othermost parts of the world. Why? Because the grace that you show yours, if you show, there's something that happens when you show your kids grace. There's something that happens. But when you go outside of your home and you don't show the other kids grace, it's something that's going to happen. It's just common sense. It's whatever.
I'm sure I don't show none of these kids no grace.
But that's it, though.
Mine or
but that's what I'm saying. You're not being. You're
partial.
You're not being
it's the
partial.
Same principle
it's the
applied
same system.
No.
You feel me? It's when you being partial that it's. So for me, I realize when I go to Baylor, I got to make sure I do so well at Baylor Mall. It's not a check.
Yeah.
So what happens when you think about the check? That's probably the last check you get because you go with you in mind. And nobody's going to be sitting there like, okay, if I got to pick 6 people, who am I going to pick? You're going to pick the same 6. It's like, it is what it is. I pick whoever is the best. But when you establish a relationship with somebody, bro, I'll be looking at these kids that play for these programs and then they go to the pros. Guess who with them when they go to the pros? I'm with the kids when they go to the pros. I started with the program, but it didn't end there. AB might hit me, we need a video. All right, bet. Not, we got to check for the video. Yeah. We need a video. I got you. Yeah. And so we have to be careful.
And go back. How'd you get to AB? You missed one.
His father.
Houston,
his father. I met his father. And who was our guy? D-Rob. D-Rob. We stayed in touch with D-Rob. D-Rob kept us in touch with everybody else. Everybody else end up whatever. So birthdays, hitting D-Rob's people up, anniversaries, hitting so I'm saying, I'm trying to show y'all, one, you have to be aware of the way ET used to do it didn't work. When I was homeless and a high school dropout, those are not strategies and tips I want to keep using. Those strategies and tips didn't get me. Case in point, my family, the Cannoneers, Trinidad, Tobago, they had a dog, a Rottweiler they had bought. They specifically told me what to do and what not to do. Maul, I was living with them, but I was so concerned about me and my survival, I left the dog out. Somebody stole the dog and made them pay like $500 to get the dog back. What do you think that did with our relationship? To this day, they talk about that. And they like, the Lord bless you, whatever. But you remember when you was trifling? And so I realized, Maul, like, yo, when the E used to just be worried about eating their food, living under their roof. You know what I'm saying? Them get me ready for Oakwood. There's stuff that they told me to do, I didn't do. The new E goes, hey, if you look after people and take care of people on their way up, when they ain't got nothing, on their way up, as they go up, you're going to go up with those individuals. So when you start with money, what you end up doing is you block yourself from the bigger blessing. But when you go in and go, okay, this ain't about the money. This is about making sure that whatever they need me to do, I get it accomplished. And not only get it accomplished, Maul, TJ been preaching, and it's like with the intended end result. Not you finished, because you could be like you finished. But it's like TJ was like, okay, but when you finished, was it the product that you wanted when you finished? So I'm going to leave with this one. So the first one is be aware. I was aware that some of the strategies that I was using wasn't working. I was aware, number two, that the only reason I kept doing what wasn't working and I was dogging everybody else about what they was doing is because I was married to mine. So I ain't married to your stuff, so I can call your stuff out. But I couldn't call my stuff out because I was married to it. Once I got to a point where I realized, don't marry nothing that is not blessing you. You need to let it go. I don't care if you're doing it or somebody else doing it. The third one was, okay, let me get around people and around things that's going to give me new principles that's going to work, right? So I'm with Maul, right? I'm with CJ. I'm with Carl, and I'm peeping out. Okay, do this, do this, do this. The last one is make sure that if anybody give you a check, try your hardest to make sure that they didn't pay you enough for what you did. Because then they got to bring you back.
Yeah.
So make sure whatever you did for them, you just didn't do what they asked you to do. You went above and beyond, and now you've created the type of need for yourself that they know they can't fill with nobody else. Case in point, we were in Beaumont. I wish we could play the audio on this one, but, I don't know, Carl, with the rights, how you can do that or not. But anyway, Jamal, I don't even know if you saw this or not, but when we took a appointment, we signed a contract last year in Beaumont, Texas. There was a actual news report that came out, and they had my name on there, making it look like I was taking a bunch of money that could have been given to teachers and to turn the school around. It was like they paid them this much and this much, and it was illegal. And what they did was instead of like paying them one big lump, they split it and went right up under where you don't got to go to this and get this sick. You know what I'm saying? So they were just blasting me, like making it look like, whatever.
YouTuber.
So,
That's what they call it.
Yeah. Nobody mentioned I had a PhD, Maul.
No.
Nobody mentioned that in education. Nobody mentioned that I taught in education. Nobody's talking about none of this. They just trying to make it like this inspirational speaker.
Yeah.
Terry Roy is a Beaumont ISD taxpayer. He also has 3 grandchildren going to school in the district, so he's deeply invested in BISD, but he doesn't believe the district's leadership is acting wisely with his investment. Roy is upset about the amount of money BISD paid this man, Eric Thomas, to speak at this month's convocation, which is a back-to-school pep rally for teachers and staff. Thomas is a well-known motivational speaker, and his speeches are popular on YouTube. BISD paid him $25,000 to deliver a motivational message at convocation.
That tells me that somebody that's in charge shouldn't be in charge.
But it's more than the $25,000 speaking fee that is causing outrage. Turns out the district plans to pay Eric Thomas an additional $48,000 to conduct a leadership program for up to 50 students at Beaumont United High School,
which totals almost $70,000, which is a teacher's salary. To me, it's just a waste. I mean, I understand you're trying to motivate your teachers, but pay them, and that would be motivation enough.
So I promise you, and I'm going to show y'all the fourth one. I want to show you what I did. Ma, I would be real with you. Until the end of the school year, I never even said anything really about me. I went, this superintendent put her name on the line for me. All of the stuff that they said, they blasted her, they had her on TV. She worked there, so they got to interview her. Ma, she still was like, y'all can say whatever y'all want. We're going to go for it. I promise you. When the contract was signed, I pulled Train to the side, I pulled Katie to the side, and said, listen to me very closely.
Yeah.
These are the 3 things we need to do for her, or is she going to look like a fool?
Yeah.
Let's make it our business that when this school year ends, then, Ma, they played us because, and I'm not saying the school district, I'm saying because of that report that went out, Ma, it put us in a situation where she had to wait to do what she wanted to do, so we couldn't even start to October.
Okay.
Now, for me, if I'm going to get my results, I need to start when school start.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I need to start with the teachers before the school start.
Yep.
I need to do some training development. So now, Ma, not only are they putting these reports out, but we down by 20 after the first quarter. So now we coming into the second quarter behind. And I just let Katie know, I let Train know, hey, here's what we need to do. In order for her to keep her, now I'm not saying our stuff is keep her job, but you are making a decision as a leader and you putting us in a position where we get to check and it's like we got our check, Ma, it was over. I'm like, nope, for the whole year, let's make sure Katie hit me and was like, they went from an F to a C. And I'm like, let's go. These test scores went up, and these test scores went up, and these test scores went up. So, Ma,
Can we get that article about that?
Yeah,
whoever wrote the article.
Can we get that in the news?
Yeah,
that
get that
ain't
on the
gonna make the
news.
news. That ain't gonna make the news.
Yeah, inspirational speaker changes school. We ain't get that.
And it ain't gonna make the news that the superintendent was genius, that she was brilliant,
Right.
that she went outside the box and used a strategy that she felt like
That will help the same teachers keep their jobs and not close the doggone school down.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? In the long run. So for me, Ma, I could sleep at night. Why? Because it was not about that check. As a matter of fact, if you saw the check, Ma, I make more than that in an hour.
For sure.
Yeah. And guess what? I went every month. I was there personally.
Yeah.
This is what I say, y'all, when they say don't make it about the money. I went there once a month personally. Then we took them on a trip to Puerto Rico. The school year was over, and I went the next week after they got from Puerto Rico, and we did a big pizza boy and spent time with them.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So which was also, by the way,
Don't short circuit it. You went and give me the rest. Jalen went. Come on, give me all
Brandon
of it.
was there. I sent TJ. I had Lisa there.
Lisa was there, yeah.
Train was going for sure.
Right.
Train was going every month, going to their basketball games, football game, bruh. For the money they paid us and the work that we did. Right. But here's the deal: it was a covenant between me and. We go back to that. Covenant over contract. We go back to that. It wasn't about currency. It was about covenant. And I made a covenant with the superintendent of schools. And that covenant was, we're going to do what we need to do to really give these students the empowerment they need to go do what they need to do. Now I'm like, don't even, next year, if we start early, don't even, but Train called and was like, had a conversation, and their thing is, if it's possible, because it's a lot of things that have changed in the last few months in terms of funding. But he was like, yo, if it's possible, we definitely want to run this back. And so I feel good regardless if it happens or not. But we didn't go in for the money. And that's what I mean. When you don't go in for the money and you actually do the work and you don't concentrate on the money, guess what's going to happen? Bruh, wherever these individuals go, if the assistant superintendent goes some district and becomes superintendent, if the principal end up becoming a superintendent somewhere, guess who they gonna call? Because of so I just want to say to you guys, that's what I mean when I say, so I ain't worth my money. At one point y'all talking about worth and y'all talking about charging what you worth. Then you talking about I never say you don't need to get paid. I just say that shouldn't be number one. So if there are 10 things, you shouldn't start with, I'm going to be in this relationship with Maul so I can get what I want. No. But when you get it and Maul goes, hey, you got to change your mindset. You got to see real estate different. You got to stop making money on the stage. Don't get, I go to the final one, I guess, Maul. Don't get defensive. Oh, so you trying to tell me I ain't dope because I ain't got passive income. No, I'm actually trying to tell you because you have active income, you should invest some of that active income into. And then do me another favor. When you have somebody, don't mimic. Because a lot of you, because of your pride and ego, what you'll do to a Jamal is you'll mimic. You won't sit under his feet and learn. You won't do as you're told. You'll take parts of his stuff and you'll do parts of it, and then when it don't go right, you like, no, you can't do part. And I got somebody that came to me, pissed at me, mad at me more because I wouldn't give them money because you specifically said, well, I don't know what it was, 70-30 rule is probably what it was, and they did probably 90-10 and stretched out all they what is it called? Equity out, and then now they didn't balloon or whatever happened, and they taking stuff from him. And now they starting from ground zero, and I was like, bruh, they came to me at a conference.
That's my recipe.
Yeah, they came to me at a conference mad at me. Like, you ain't give me the money. I asked you for the money. I'm like, bro, why would I give you the money when you're not following Mars? You're telling me not to give it to you by not doing what you was told to do. And so I'm in a different position, not because I'm the real estate king, but I humble myself, I like that, from the real estate king and really did exactly what he told me to do. And as I look at my portfolio now, it's up. It's up. And it's not up because of me. Don't see it.
It is up because of you.
Okay, but I'm saying
you listened and you made the decisions
to do exactly what you told me to do. Exactly
every
what you told me
step of the way, and that's why you
can I ask you this question, Maul, so that people know when I say I listen to you, what does that mean? When I was doing my deals, what did it mean that I was listening to you? Because I also had you what?
You had me there. I mean, you was literally right. I was there.
That's what I said.
I was there the whole step.
I'm just saying because I could have said I listened to Maul and took the information, used it. I didn't.
Bring Maul with me.
Brought me.
I brought Maul to the spot.
Literally.
Yeah, let's go. I don't care what it was, church or whatever it was.
Architectural drawings. I mean, the whole process.
Absolutely.
It was
We
all
just talked about that, bro. When I sold my old house, bought this house, were you not there the entire time? I'm a grown man.
4-hour home inspection.
I'm a grown man. No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not about to buy this without.
I'm telling y'all right now, and again, we've talked about this before, but in COVID, bro, I'm telling you, I have tenants that are not paying. Like, I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. I have tenants that are not paying. It's 6 different apartment doors, bro, that are not paying. I got to cover the mortgage. I was like, Ma, I'm out. I called E with my own beliefs, and Ma was just like, what you mean you out? I'm like, Ma, I can't, bro. All my savings, like, I'm done. Like, I got nothing else. What am I going to do? Ma said, you do whatever it takes to keep your investment. And I was like, bro, it
was so crazy because he was thinking about not getting the little $2,000-$3,000 a month.
Right.
And then I was like, Carl, and we went and broke down, and I was like, don't look at me. I said, ask your real estate broker how much these properties are valued at. And then she went and looked it up. And then I said, how much you owe? And then when he told me, I said, Carl, you got, was it $400,000?
$400,000 in equity.
He had $400,000 sitting there. He's about to walk away from $400,000. More money he ever had in his life.
Talk
about the mindset, Carl. Why couldn't you see it? Why couldn't you see the 400?
Because every month I'm seeing the savings that I had, mindset, dwindling, bro. And I don't know what's happening.
He see the 20,000 dwindling.
Right.
But he ain't looking at the 400,000 that's sitting there waiting.
Growing. So I want people to hear it for real. Like, that's not a joke. Like, that decision, and it's in the midst of COVID, so everybody else talking, I ain't paying. You hearing all this. Bruh, I challenge you. Like, we question every other belief but our own. Like, we question every other belief but our own. Like, right now, listen, I don't know if y'all just heard what he said. He just gave y'all a masterclass on values and beliefs. Like, he wasn't just talking about this. No. This is what I believe, and this is how I operate. So, again, when you get in the presence of somebody that, bruh, there's no evidence is needed. Like,
when you're dealing with Maul.
Like, what are we talking about?
You should be questioning the university that you about to get.
No, I'm just saying, common sense.
From it.
Watch me. Common sense should tell Carl to question yourself if you question Maul.
Right.
Because Maul has the results.
Absolutely.
Why would you even question anything that come out of his mouth as it relates to real estate? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm listening and got through COVID. Funny enough, I did every single step. But what the most critical step was is how we started. That's what made the difference.
Come on, that's it.
I bought the properties at the price with the 70% rule that
it's
how we started.
He followed the system.
So now, even though I'm panicking and looking at Maulers over there laughing like, bro, you followed the process and you don't even know that you followed the process, and watch how it's about to bless you and your family.
Yeah.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart.
Thank you so much for rocking with us as always, right? We don't take it lightly, guys. And we hope that we've provided transformation and not just information. We want you to become the best version of yourself, right? Make sure you check out the show notes to access all the important links and get your product discounts. Now, one favor we're asking of you, do us this favor. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We want to know your feedback and how we can serve you better. And if there's anyone that you think could benefit from listening to this show, please, I'm begging you, please share it with them. And remember, as E always says, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.